You get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. A first down throw for Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston. Flushed out right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play fake. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, Kamara. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action. Winston. Looking long for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints.
On play action, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Play action now, Winston. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Kamara. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Again, Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
The play lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal, Winston. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Hassan Reddick in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
from the 31. Jackson, flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. What's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number 1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Jackson. Here's a diving catch right side. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the interception, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 40 now on second down. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Saints 17, Panthers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Jackson. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Jackson. Flushed out right. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. McCaffrey. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Here we go with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Panthers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. That is caught by Anderson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
McCann's kick up and good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 1 second, all that remains. Final play of the half here. Winston being chased, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all,
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
First down, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston now. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the run, it's Penny. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jackson. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down, Winston. Flush to his right. That one complete to Anderson. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big-time play there for New Orleans. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
They all understand that even after that loss on first down, they've got a field goal attempt in their back pocket. But here on 2nd and goal, this is the time you take your shot at the end zone, I believe. Go ahead and go for the big shot right now, knowing you can always come back and kick a field goal on 4th down if you can't advance.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Play fake. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And Marshall's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's taken down inside the 30.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 16 yards.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. It's caught, Smith. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Carolina.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Winston. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Winston to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Panthers' 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. That is caught by Anderson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's brought down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen?